Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Chris Guynn, or 2-Speed here, and today we're going to talk about how I pack my backpack for a long distance trip. Before we get started, just to let you know some of the experience I have with backpacking for long distances. I've done the American Triple Crown, which is Appalachian Trail, Pacific Crest Trail, and the Continental Divide Trail. I have done all those and I've been backpacking since I was probably 14 or 15, and this is the way that I normally pack my pack, and it works the best for me. Alright guys, and before we get into the video, just wanted to give you a little reminder. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and liked this video, please do so. I'm going to have more videos coming up. Going to be on hiking, backpacking, maybe some real estate investing, or questions that you guys might ask. Thanks a lot. So to get started with how you pack your backpack, you're going to get your backpack. This is my backpack. It's Gossamer Gear Gorilla 40 liter. Made in 2017. I'll post a link to the review for this backpack in the box below. You can't get it anymore, but they have a similar backpack that you can get if you're interested. So the first thing I put in my backpack is one of these. This is a trash compactor bag. You can get them at Walmart, online, Amazon, pretty much anywhere. I've used these, and I've also used the Cuban fiber pack liners. They work really great. I don't see any need whatsoever for having a million different stuff sacks, for one for your clothes, one for your quilt, one for anything else. It just wastes weight. And in all the backpacking I've ever done, I've only had one pack liner fail, and that was the Cuban fiber pack liner that I had, and it's because it got a giant thorn through it in New Mexico. The trash compactor bags worked great. Cuban fiber pack liner I had worked great for 2 through hikes, and it even had a little roll top on the top, which is what I like. So go ahead and put your compactor bag in there. And I like to pack the main body of my backpack first, and that way everything else fits pretty nicely. So first thing I put in the bottom of my pack are things that I'm not going to need until I get to camp and right before I go to sleep after I get everything set up. And so I could have my toboggan, I could have extra clothes, I could have anything like that. So I'll go ahead and put it in the bottom of the bag. And the next thing I'm going to put in there is going to be my quilt, top quilt if you're a hammocker, just a backpacking quilt, or your sleeping bag, whatever you're going to sleep in for that night goes in the very bottom. Here's my quilt, Catabatic all sec, so it's going in the bottom. And you're really going to have to compress your down to get the air out of it. And the next thing I'm going to put in my backpack as a hammocker is an underquilt. And basically, if you're a tenor, this is where you want to get your down. So my underquilt's going to go next. This is a Hammock Gear 3/4 Phoenix 20 degree 950 down underquilt. And so I'm going to put it in my pack next. And the next thing I put in after my underquilt as a hammocker is going to be my hammock and the straps if they're not wet. So go ahead and take my hammock. It's a Dutch wear half zip. I'm going to put it in there. Compress it down just a little bit if you need to. And so the next thing I put on the very top of my down is my down jacket, whichever one I have decided to take for that trip. I have several Montbell down jackets that are like those, and so I'll put the Montbell down jacket on top of the down, because you may want it for a stop, or you may go to a store or something when you're in town. You may want to just reach in there really quick and get your down and put it on. The next thing I put on top of all of this before I'm going to roll up the dry bag is what I call my odds and ends ditty bag, whatever you want to call it. That's right here. And in mine, I usually have all my electronic stuff, my charger, my cords, everything like that. I have my pillow. I have any kind of medicine or stuff that I may need. And headlamp, any kind of odds and ends. And this is just going to be at the very top of your dry bag. And I normally keep it in a gallon Ziploc. And that's just to keep the electronics from getting wet in case anything does happen to the dry bag. And also you can take this, and if you get in your hammock or your tent for the night, you can just slide those in your sleeping bag, and it keeps all your batteries and everything like that warm, and everything is able for you to get quick access. So you take that and you put it on the very top of your pack. And once you have all that stuff in your pack, you take the compactor bag and you roll it down, push down a little bit, bring you guys over so you can see. Alright, as you can tell, there's still a little bit of room before you get to the extension collar on my backpack. And the next thing you want to put in there after you roll the dry bag down, what I do is I put my food bag in there. And the food bag I use, if I'm not in grizzly bear country and don't have to carry a bear can, just this Z-Pack food bag. Put your food in there. So you take that, you put it on top. And then the very last thing I'll put on the very top of my backpack, because I'll still have a little bit of room, will be my snacks for the day if I need more than just what's in my hip belt pockets or my shoulder strap pockets. And then after that, take the roll top and we'll roll it down and hook it in. The next thing we're going to pack is the back mesh pocket. This one's seen some better days. But the first thing I put in my back mesh pocket is my hammock tarp. And this is Hammock Gear standard tarp with doors. I'll put a link to a review I did for this tarp in the description and you can take a look at it. So this is pretty light, so I just put it down in the mesh pocket. And the next thing I'll put down in there is my rain jacket. This is a 3-layer rain jacket from Montbell, and I've used this one. I've used their single layer rain jacket. They're pretty nice. The Versalite is one of my favorite rain jackets. But you want to get anything you need quick access to in this back mesh pocket, and it doesn't mind if it gets a little bit wet. And so put my jacket in there. And the next thing you want to put in there is very important, and that's your toiletry kit. This is mine. It's just a gallon Ziploc bag. And it has something very important in there, which is your trowel. Always carry some kind of trowel so you can dig a nice cat hole and keep the trowel looking nice and clean, and pack out all of your used toilet paper, tissue, paper towels, all that. You just keep a little extra bag in there, and then when you get to town, you can dispose of it properly and stop seeing toilet paper just laying everywhere. That's a big pet peeve. So you take this and you put it on the top, because sometimes you need to get to it in an emergency. And the next thing I pack is going to be the side pockets. And there's a side pocket here, and a side pocket on the other side. And I'm a creature of habit, and so what I put on my left side pocket is I put my 2 smart water bottles, or whatever kind of water bottle you may need. So you get these 2 on this side. And that's where I carry my water filter. This is Sawyer Squeeze. It's the best water filter I've ever used on a long distance trek, but you can carry whichever water filter you want. I like carrying my bottle. It's pretty easy to get to and pretty easy to filter water when you need it. And on the other side, for this pocket, what I normally do is I carry a 1-liter Powerade bottle or a Gatorade bottle. I like the Powerade bottles better, but it depends on what you want. And this is the bottle I use for mixing things like coffee, Gatorade mix, lemonade, anything like that. And I keep that on my right, and so that way when I want to go to get something, I'm right-handed, so I can just reach back and get the bottle and drink some and put it back in there without having to stop. Alright guys, and that's how I pack my backpack. This is the way I've been packing my backpack for years upon years. It's pretty easy. I like the method of using the things you need to get to most, being near the top, and you can get to them very quickly. And just a reminder, if you haven't, please like and subscribe to the channel. I'll have more videos. I'm working on some more videos coming up. And if you're looking for any hammocks or hammock accessories, please check out my Etsy store. It's 2 Speed Hammocks on Etsy. It's all one word. And thanks for watching.